Gonna peek in on the honey supers on my top bar. I actually was gonna pull this hive out of service. I didn't expect that it was gonna make it through the winter, but it overwintered. I wanna do some rehab on it. You can see some of the wood is starting to go, and I have another top bar in reserve that is similar to this. This is a Langstroth top bar, which is strange. It's got Kelly F-frame style frames on the top, and the bees can come up from the brood chamber, which is in the bottom box, into the honey supers, and I built it so that it would take 2 honey supers. And so my goal here is just to see again how they did in building out these honey supers. Now these went on, wow, that is really on there. These went on early in the season, so my expectation is that this hive has made 2 boxes of honey. And one of the things you note is you see the gap here. Originally this colony or this hive didn't have that, but the weight on this center section here has made it sag a little bit over time because the wood just is giving up from all the honey that was sitting on top of it. So I actually wanted to swap out some of the wood and frame of the design inside this colony, which I built from hand, and see if I could make it a little bit stronger. They're not too happy with my fussy opening. Just got pinged on the chin here. Forgive me, I'm just smoking up around my face so they don't sting me. A responsible beekeeper wears a veil, but I don't have one today. I'm just working in a t-shirt. You always think this, right? If you're not going to go into the hives with any deepness, you can get away with it, but we'll find out if I'm smart or not. So far I haven't been stung. Again, I don't like that clickiness. That pisses them off. Okay, they're partway there. I would have thought they would have got further. Again, I love the propolis. Look at that. How cool is that? So I don't know if you could see, but this is built, started, not touched, not touched, not touched. So they built it from the center out. Now this hive entrance is on this side over here. So it stands to reason that they'll build this box first and then come over to this one. And when I harvest this honey, I may end up having to pull a couple frames from that box and leave the rest of them intact as I go forward. Let's go look and see if my theory is true, that since the entrance is on this side of the house, that they would have built out these honey supers first. I feel like, yeah, one of the frames, oh, there's a couple stings just all of a sudden when I pop this box. 3 in a row, bang bang bang. Let me smoke that so I don't get any more. Now I got pheromone on my sting pheromone on my thumb. Scrape the stinger, don't pinch it. Okay, mission accomplished in clearing that out. All right, let's try this again. If at first you don't succeed, try again. What happened here, and I'm going to tell you why they did that, is the frame stuck to the bottom of the... Oop, that one went right in my mouth. Okay, they're all drawn. The frame stuck to the bottom of the inner cover, and when I pulled it up, I used my hive tool to pry it down, and it fell down, and the bang pissed the bees off. They seem to be calm now. they're over it. But you could see by this line right here that this frame was stuck to it, and I put my hive tool in and pulled it down, and when it plunked down in, the bees came to alarm. So this entire box all the way across is built. So there's 9 frames of harvestable honey in there. And if I left this to be, they may or may not fill out these back frames on the other side. It's hard to say. It's kind of late in the game for them to get there, but if they're going to store it, they've got it available to them. I'm just going to smoke the top down to scare these bees off so that when I put the lid in, I don't crush any. It'll chase them away. Done. Yeah, this hive at some point I need to take it out of service. These are 1/2-inch boards and they just don't hold the weight, and I'd like to swap them out to something a little more substantial. But this thing's been in service with no treatments for 3 years, and the colony just continues to burn through. I don't particularly love the foam, but because they were so thin, I put the foam on it, and it's, I think, helped the colony. So all right, got the read on that one. Took 3 stings. Ouch.